Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do a get ready with me playing with some new makeup. This is new makeup to me, but I picked up a new glowy foundation combo. So I'm going to be sharing these products that are going to give you a nice glowy complexion. I'm also doing another eye look with the new Chanel launch. These are the Ombre Premier LAQUE along with the STYLO Ombre at Contour, and many of you have given me tips on how to use these LAQUEs a little different than when I first used them in my previous video. So I was going to try a new technique to see if I liked these any better. And of course, we're going to end with fragrance of the day, and I want to introduce you to a new brand that I have fallen in love with, and that is St. Rose. So if you are interested in seeing how I created this look, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let's put some makeup on this face, and I'm going to do my little Shen beauty routine that I learned from Samson, who was the makeup artist there that kind of laid out a glowy skin routine for me. So he started first with the Fortuna oil, which is the Fortuna Dua Albera by Fave moisturizing oil. So first he took some drops of this and he used that like a primer, and of course a little drop or two of any of your favorite oil is going to give you that beautiful kind of glow on your skin. So he kind of moisturized it in and kind of revved up the circulation of the skin. And I really do like this oil because it dries down pretty quickly. It sort of has a dry oil feel to it. So it's going to come on like an oil so that you can moisturize your skin and such, but it doesn't make you feel greasy at all. Next step was taking the Dew Skin from Beauty Counter, and as I had mentioned previously, I actually sold Beauty Counter for quite some time, and I still love the brand. I'm just a junkie. It's hard for me to kind of stick with one brand, and I always want to be authentic with people. So this is in the shade Light or Cream, and when he first put it out, I thought it looked a bit yellow, but the thing with Dew Skin is that it is very thin in texture. It's not going to give you a ton of coverage, but it is going to give you some nice hydration and a beautiful glow on the skin. So don't get too concerned. You will see it has the technology that's a little bit stretchy and will meld in with your skin pigments and kind of adapt. And here is what it looks like so far on my skin. Definitely getting a glow. I've got the face oil on, the Beauty Counter Dew Skin, and then I have a few little areas that I'm going to want to conceal, as well as underneath my eyes, and I'm going to be using the KOSAS Revealer Concealer. And as I said, this stuff is kind of magic on the skin, and I have this in shade 2.5, so I'm going to go ahead, put some underneath my eyes. I'm going to put a little bit here on the forehead, down the nose. We're going to kind of use it like foundation, but I've got a few little spots over here. My skin is still recovering from travel. Being on airplanes and such is so dehydrating to your skin. So I'm going to start there, and then I'm using my Rare Beauty. This is the little concealer brush here, and it fits perfectly around the eye area. So You can also just use your fingertips, but you'll see this KOSAS has some really nice coverage to it. And you can kind of highlight your skin. So I have brightened up underneath my eyes and kind of spot corrected on my skin. But as you can see, I've definitely got a glow going on. Right now I'm going to let this sink in while we play with the eyes. But once I set this, we're just going to kind of set it through the T-zone so that you still get a very pretty glow going on the skin. Okay, we are going to continue to play with the Chanel. And I've learned a few tips and tricks from you guys about how to use the Ombre Premier LAQUEs. As I was saying, I found these kind of hard to use, and I was told that basically I need to use the STYLO Ombre at Contour. Use this on my eyes first. I have a base, and then use this more as a foil on top. So we are going to try that technique, and maybe I'm going to fall in love with these when I use it that way. So I'm actually going to use the combination of this one, which is the LAQUE POURPRE, and then the Contour MARRON. So as you can see, this is going to be super pretty, but I did find when I put these on my eyes just directly, the LAQUE, it was a bit patchy, so I feel like it does probably need something to attach to. Thus, it makes total sense that they launched the Ombre at Contour along with the LAQUE. So thank you guys so much for giving me the heads up. I often do not watch other videos before I review because then I'm influenced. If someone that I love and trust reviews something and they hate it, I know that I am unconsciously influenced by that. So I try to just test things out myself first, and then of course I'll watch other videos of my dear friends on YouTube. But one of you had shared with me that Allison Chase, who's such a sweetie, that she had put this on her eyes first as a base. So we are going to do that today, and I'm going to start with a little bit of this. And I'm going to start with this close to the lash line, and then I am going to blend this out on my eyes. Okay, we have a wash of that maroon on the eyes, and it definitely has that burgundy pink that can pull and make you look a little bit sick. I did first put in a little bit of Lumify drops in my eyes so that they looked a little bit whiter. I am going to go ahead and line my eyes with this crayon in the waterline on the upper and lower, and we can see if it's going to look too pink eye. Okay, so I definitely have intensified the look with lining my eyes with that contour maroon, and then I've got that wash of that color on the eyes as well. Then I'm just going to pop a little bit of this on, and I'm going to use my finger. Many of you said that you really love these, but only when you're using them with your finger per se, and for some reason I don't feel like I have totally big fat fingers, but I do tend to make more of a mess when I use my fingers. But I am going to place a little bit of this like a foil on top of my eyes, because this truly is a very pretty color. Now I'm definitely feeling the fall vibes with this look. I could see this would be a really kind of statement eye look with like a black turtleneck and kind of a deep burgundy eye. So I can see, so I can feel the fall vibes already. Okay, so we've got eyeliner on, we've got the base, and then the LAQUE on top. And I'm going to go ahead and put mascara on because I need to ground the eyes. But I'm still not completely loving the LAQUEs just because I feel like I don't have a lot of control over them. Could be just this color scheme, but I feel like I've got a little bit of a messy eye look going on. But we're just going to call it a little bit more of a chic, grungy look. That's what we're going to kind of roll with this morning. And let's hope the mascara can kind of ground the look. I've got mascara on, cleaned up my brows, and I want to go ahead and finish off the face to see how I feel about the overall eye look. So I'm first going to put on a cream blush. Today I am using my Clay de Peau blush, and this one is in number 4 Peach. And this is just a lovely neutral blush that I love. And we're going to liven up the skin a bit, kind of keeping with the glowy skin. I'm going to go ahead and set everything, and I'm using the KOSAS Cloud Set. And I really have fallen in love with this powder, and I am going to run it underneath the eyes, down the T-zone first, but it really does give you an airbrushed kind of look, but it doesn't appear like you're wearing powder. So I'm just kind of lightly dusting on the skin here and really focusing more down the T-zone, where I will naturally get a little bit of a breakthrough with oils throughout the day, just a natural one. Okay, then I'm going to put a little bit of glow maker on using my SISLEY Big La Mer powder brush, and I'm just going to kind of brush that all over the skin, give myself a little extra glow here. And then I'm actually going to use a little bit of a fall inspired kind of red lip. And my favorite from Chanel is one of the Rouge Coco Flashes. And this is in 164 Flame. I just like to dab this on. I just did a light coat of that lip shade because I feel like my eyes have got a little bit of intensity going on. You guys can let me know what you think about this marron color with the Lame Pourpre. Chanel still seems to be focusing on a little bit of that red pink color tone that doesn't always look the most flattering. I'm talking about myself as well. I do feel like for my hazel eyes, it definitely brought out the green, but I also did put in eye drops because I didn't want to look like I was stoned. So this is playing with that Chanel eye look as I had promised. I also promised to show you the kind of glowy skin look that Samson created at Shen Beauty. And then of course we're going to end with fragrance of the day. And I wanted to tell you a little bit more about Saint Rose. This is the one that I picked up in New York. This is Juliet in white. And yes, I was inspired because My mom was Juliet, and this just reminded me of her, not just because of the name, but because she gravitated towards more fresh, clean scents. So when I was smelling this and I was in New York, I was a bit stinky. It was a very humid day and we'd walked miles and miles, and it was so nice to be able to like sit down for a minute at Shen Beauty and get a little mini makeover and discover a new scent. So this is perfect for this time of year. It can be perfect year-round as well, but this fragrance includes white tea, pepper, and tangerine in the opening, so it's very fresh, light, and invigorating. In the middle, it has sambac, jasmine, rose, and bergamot. So again, beautiful kind of lush florals with that bergamot that always kind of lifts up a scent, gives it a little bit of a freshness to it. And then the base is sandalwood, which is going to give you a nice creamy base, and then ambre. And ambre can sometimes have a bit of a medicinal kind of note to it, but I like it. It almost adds a pureness, like a little bit of warmth, but a little bit of pureness as well. Not sure if I'm describing that perfectly, but that's what I think about when I think of ambre. Another fragrance that I love is Byredo's Velvet Haze that also has ambre in it, and there's something in there that I find addictive with that note. So I went ahead and put that on. This is an easy, beautiful wear. It has vibes of California to me as well. It's probably the sparkly nature, the pretty florals, but there's something in here that's giving me vibes of California, and there's a bit of a crisp cleanness to this scent as well. So if you are someone who enjoys fresh, light florals, I think Juliet in white is a total winner for you. But I am intrigued by this brand and definitely look forward to exploring a few more of their scents. So this is my final look of the day. We've got that marron look on the eyes with that lame on top, using it with my finger. It kind of is giving me vibes of like Seattle grunge kind of look. And I'm going to continue to play with these LAQUEs. Definitely felt like it applied a lot better when I first did the STYLO ombre at contour first, and then applied this more like a foil. Holding up the wrong one, the foil, but I would still tell you they're probably not my most favorite formula. I'm just someone who prefers a creamy powder shadow or a cream shadow, but I'm giving it the good old college try. We have one more eye set that I will be trying out, so we're going to have another chance to play around with this, and this one is the bronze along with the khaki eyeliner. So we have some more fun coming up. I hope you guys are having a great weekend, and I will be back with another video soon.